heavy rainfall from tropical depression Vicky, actually now tropical storm Krovahn, named by the Japan Meteorological Agency, resulted in some flooding here across the Philippines. This is out of Luzon, the Magat Dam actually being released. You had heavy rains back a month ago with Typhoon Ulysses that really increased that reservoir, and now just with this tropical system, about 100 to 200 millimeters on top of that, all that water has to be released. And it doesn't just vanish, it has to go somewhere. It goes downstream, and unfortunately a lot of these riverside communities are being impacted. This is from the Cagayan Provincial Office. People out there making some water rescues because those waters rised here following that dam release and that heavy rainfall. Philippine Red Cross out there helping out as well. So definitely my hats go off to all those people taking that time, helping these people out in this very dire situation with those waters rising. The good news, the rain is continuing to taper off. Same thing in the Mindanao. The rain's tapering off, but flood water is still in place. This image also sent to me. Thank you very much, Eleanor, for sharing that with me on Facebook. If you ever have any photos or videos or anything like that you want to share, I can get into these videos of some flooding wherever you are, anywhere on the earth, specifically with these tropical systems. Please do send me a Facebook message. I'll try to get them on here. All right, so where is our system now? Of course, the impact's back here towards the west and into Vietnam. We're continuing to watch this. We have our system. It is right here. I know the bulk of the convection's towards north, but thanks to some shear, really it is staying on the northern periphery of that circulation. Actually, let's take a look at the infrared satellite imagery. Zoom it right down. Here's all of that convection. All right, we have these easterly winds, and aloft, the easterly winds are actually much stronger than down at the surface. So our center of circulation is actually right about in there. But imagine this is kind of like a birthday candle and you're blowing on it, and when the flame kind of tips towards the side instead of vertical. So with that flame tipping towards the side, i.e. our cloud cover here, the bulk of that convection staying north of that center of circulation. So I point this out because when I show you the center line in just a second, as far as the forecast is concerned, it's not that important because all that convection is lifting north. That is also going to keep this relatively weak. It is considered a tropical storm by the Japan Meteorological Agency, now naming Krovahn. That's a Chinese word, by the way. Vicky by Bagasa. Once again, two different naming schemes. I don't 100% agree with it, but it is the system we have. Tropical storm intensity at this time, winds is moving towards the west at about 20 kilometers per hour. Like I said, the center line is not terribly important because the worst of the weather is going to be north of this across southeastern Vietnam, and we still have inflow way back here towards the west across parts of Luzon. That winds wrapping in with that monsoonal interaction, the high pressure pushing in from the north is going to continue to funnel that in. So yeah, we kind of have this atmospheric river, if you will, for the next 24 hours. The good news is we go ahead into your Monday morning. That river does start to taper off as our system pulls towards the west. The monsoon eases up a bit. This is by, I know it says morning, this is by Monday afternoon through the evening. We do start to see these conditions begin to clear. Still got some coastal showers in the Sierra Madre Mountains here. Some that will push over towards the Cagayan Valley, but nothing too terrible. Where you saw some of those photos where the water rescue is going on, as Enrile, they're still looking at about 30 millimeters of additional rainfall over the course of the next 72 hours. This is with the GFS model. The ECMWF is a little more aggressive, but I think it's going to be a little bit less than that, at least for the valley. But east of that, some heavier showers still up into the mountains here. Could be seeing some localized flooding with that. All right, bigger picture, 5-day rainfall. Yeah, you still got that flow here, but then let's talk about our friends here in Vietnam. Basically from Da Nang south, we're going to be looking at some heavy rains out there. Definitely could even see some floods there as well. Floods do continue in Luzon, but at least the rain is tapering off. Heavy rainfall still likely in Vietnam. That's the main point. And also another main point here, a Christmas storm possible in the forecast. Possible. Low chance of development. I showed this graphic yesterday. I'm still keen on this kind of outlook here. I'm not just going to show you a model outlook and just give you no context. I have seen that time and time again. There are some of those scarecasting social media pages that do exactly that. Let's talk about this. Well, first thing, it is that time of year. Climatologically speaking, Through December, this area is kind of, yeah, you get about 1 to 2 storms that do take place. Monsoons back towards the north, our high pressure over eastern China, or low towards the east of Japan. That interaction still bringing snowfall across Japan, by the way. That's going to pull towards the south. Any system that wants to develop is going to have to stay south of that, because that will just destroy it if it lifts towards the north. So that means if something wants to pull out here towards the Philippines, it's going to take a very similar, it's going to look very similar to Krovahn, Vicky. So this is the GFS, the Global Forecasting System, heading into Saturday, the day after Christmas. And this very well is going to be approaching on Christmas as well. It is one model. It is a long-range forecast, but it has been rather persistent in some sort of flow increasing heading into the weekend across the Philippines. Additional rainfall on already saturated grounds, because a week isn't really enough time to dry out here. That means there is that chance of some additional flooding. Of course, I'm going to continue to watch it for you guys. I really appreciate, I keep on doing these videos because I'm getting such positive feedback a lot in the comments. A lot of people are watching. You guys find it useful, and that is encouraging. So I'm just going to keep on doing it as much as I can. Please subscribe if you do watch these videos. Comment at least, and hit the like button. All that social engagement, everything just helps out with the analytics. So, and plus, I really want to hear from you guys. I want to hear some feedback. If there's anything you would like to see, please let me know. Also follow me on these social media platforms. Like I said, if you got photos or videos, the best way to get them to me is Robert Speta Weather on Facebook. Just message me there, because it's just the simplest way to download stuff. I don't have to take any extra steps. I can just one click and download photos and videos. That's just my personal preference. Anyways, number one thing though, as always, is stay safe out there. Thanks for watching.